When it rains, it pours, they say. And it's currently pouring. It's raining cats and dogs at Activision Blizzard because, well, a pretty important event happened yesterday, the American election. Now, a lot of you guys have said, Blame Truth, please don't become like a political channel or like a grifter channel and all that stuff. And I don't plan on doing that, guys. In fact, I absolutely despise politics of any sort in video games, either side. Just don't like it. Keep it out of video games. That is my stance on it. I don't know about you guys, but I play video games to escape the real world. I don't want to be beat over the head with real world things when I'm playing a video game. That is just my stance. That goes to either side. But today I feel like my hand is forced and I unfortunately have to talk about it. And it is completely and utterly insane, but it does give some validity, some actual validity to a particular comment I've been referencing since last year. I will explain as we go forward, but as always, take all of this with a grain of salt. Be a little skeptical because we don't have, concrete proof of anything. This is why I'm making this video, and you can kind of draw your own conclusions from here. So I gotta be careful with how I put this in the video. I may not be able to put it in the video just for legal reasons or perhaps even like YouTube monetization reasons, because this is some pretty fucking insane stuff here, man. So apparently a Slack workplace chat at Activision Blizzard leaked out today. Now, this is unverified. This is coming from Grums on Twitter, and he kind of has an agenda a little bit, so you got to take this with a bit of a grain of salt. But I do have something that kind of adds some validity to this, and I'll cover it, and I've been covering it. You probably know what it is, but we'll get to it after. So I'm going to put it on screen right now. I don't think I can read most of this stuff out loud, but there it is. I'll kind of summarize here. But basically, in this Slack chat, I don't even want to repeat this. Like, this is disgusting nutcase shit. Basically, the dev teams at Activision Blizzard, and we don't know which section it is, are threatening violence. Gun violence. And they are talking about politics in the Slack chat. What's interesting about this stuff is they kind of don't realize that they are talking about doing the thing that they are against politically, but that's neither here nor there. What's very interesting about this kind of nutcase behavior in the workplace, why is this being talked about in Slack of all things? I have no fucking clue, but it checks out with Activision Blizzard's MO, specifically Call of Duty devs MO. As you guys know, I've been referencing this ex-Sledgehammer dev comment for the past year in my videos on and off, and I just want to bring it up again and kind of show you guys what I'm talking about here. Towards the bottom half of this paragraph, this person goes on to say, I can't stand Infinity Ward and was given a huge fuck you for being good when our team got canned. Their entire team is full of woke social justice warriors who hate guns to begin with. What does that sound like? They're so anti-American, anti-2A, anti-1A, hate the Constitution. Most of the employees hate COD, period, and everything that it stands for, and they jump in line, bending at the knee with anything to do with the woke agenda coming from the ultra-far-left cult. To bring political agenda of any kind into the workspace, especially into a video game and the development studios, is absolutely disgusting. I completely 100% agree. IW was thick with it, and I would have been just as upset if they pushed a far-right narrative. I completely 100% agree. It doesn't belong in video games, period. That's all I have to say for now. However, I could go on for hours as to why I know for a fact that IW is purposely trying to destroy Call of Duty. They desperately want to move on to a new video game so they can push their views onto their customers. And if you've read this image I've linked, does that not match up to what I just read? Guys, this is not normal behavior. This stuff I'm going to show you that they do at Activision Blizzard is not normal behavior. There is a reason I have never worked with Activision Blizzard. I've never tried to work with them. I don't want to work with them. I never will work with them. Not to mention, they don't like me very much anyway. I can't imagine why. All I do is sit up here and call this stuff out. I'm not personally attacking anyone. I'm not personally going to, the personal Twitters even and saying anything remotely offensive. Like, I am just calling this shit out. I'm calling things that I think are a problem out. They don't like that. They are known to be fucking sticklers for censoring any kind of negativity. They are known for fining people like Scump or other pro players when they speak out about the quality of the game that they are currently playing. Yes, Scump's been fined. What? Somebody tell me in the comment section. How much has Scump been fined over the years for just speaking out about Activision Blizzard and Call of Duty? You know what I mean? Like, it's just insane to me. Charlie Intel got banned from coming to Call of Duty events because he was too critical of the games that year. He had to fall in line, censor himself and his thoughts, and bend the knee to get invited out to a Call of Duty event again. This is not fucking right. The creators that literally play your game and advertise it for free should be able to say whatever the fuck they want. If they don't like something, a feature, and they're saying it respectfully, they should be able to say whatever the fuck they want. Can I get an amen? This censorship agenda, this bend the knee to us agenda, this weird cult-like shit that's being pushed in the workplace. I'm sorry, maybe I don't speak for everyone there. I'm sure I speak for some people that actually work at these companies and these studios and stuff like that, that this shit is insane and needs to not be in the workplace. Look at this stuff. Never mind the fact that certain employees steal breast milk. Yeah, that's a thing that I've covered a few times here. Never mind the fact that they've had to kind of clean up their frat boy image over the years because a woman actually lost her life. I keep bringing this up constantly. A woman lost her life at Activision Blizzard due to sexual harassment, pretty much sexual assault in the workplace. These guys are awful fucking people. And the dev teams they hire, I'm sure they're very talented devs, but mixed in with that are these people that, quite frankly, are just there to fill a fucking quota, to make them look progressive for shareholders. They're not there because, you know, they're actually good at their job. And I'm sorry to say that, but like, this insane stuff, can we call it out? Can we just all agree that this is not normal? Can we all agree that this is a bit too fucking far? Especially considering Activision Blizzard back in 2009 ran a campaign, and I can't even put this in the video again because it might, you know, trigger something. But like, Activision Blizzard literally ran fight against grenade spam for Modern Warfare 2 back in the day, 2009, Modern Warfare 2 2009, not the new one. They did that back in the day, and they got a lot of flack for it. I mean, if you want to know why they got flack for it, spell it out. Fight against grenade spam. Yeah, not very subtle at all. They got flack for that back in 2009. They took it down. And now all of a sudden they've done a complete 180 and they flipped the switch. Although in between that time, they were actually worse than ever. I'm sorry. This is not a conspiracy video. This is not like me trying to be funny even. This shit is gross. Get it out of gaming. I am done with it. I know that there are devs that probably fear for their jobs that work at these companies that are too afraid to say what I am up here saying to all of you right now. See, I don't associate with these people. I'm not being censored whatsoever. I could say whatever the fuck I want, and I will. And this is not right. Now, here's the thing. This is very interesting. In the past week, by the way, I have been blacklisted from the official Call of Duty Discord server. This is kind of that cliffhanger I left you guys on in the last video. You can't even talk about me or my videos in the official Call of Duty Discord server. Why? I don't know. I mean, I do know. This falls in line with their agenda. They want to censor any negativity out. They don't want people actually telling the truth. They don't want people actually exposing their weird shit and criticizing it. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to call that other than a cult. It's just incredibly censored echo chamber information being spread about the workplace, and if you don't fall in line, you are punished. It wouldn't surprise me if they would find some excuse to fire you as well. I have it on good authority, and this may get me in a bit of trouble, or get my source in a bit of trouble, but he confirmed I could mention this. I have it on good authority that for all of these Call of Duty events that Activision holds, they will invite creators out that are simply diverse. They're not big creators, and the only reason they invite them is to look progressive and diverse. They're not big in the community. Most of these creators, nobody's even fucking heard of them, whereas actual popular creators will not get invited out. Now, popular creators will get invited out if they side with Activision's political beliefs and stuff like that, like a certain YouTuber that stopped playing Call of Duty and went full-blown political. But for the most part, no, like, they invite people out not based on anything but the fact that it makes them look good to shareholders by making them look progressive and diverse and stuff like that. If you ever wonder why, like, a lot of channels you follow do not get invited out to events, I'm sure some people that maybe aren't into Activision's bullshit get invited out just because they're too big to ignore. But for the most part, that's how it works. Activision actually has a team dedicated to monitoring each individual Call of Duty content creators, social medias, all that stuff. If they say anything remotely not left-leaning, essentially, they don't get invited out. They get blacklisted. I'm not kidding with that. If they say anything remotely not PC, PG, blacklisted. Not invited out. Like, this is not right, man. This is fucking creepy, actually. This is invasive. And guess what? And yes, they even do this to me, which is why I'm blacklisted from the Discord server, or whatever, my name at least. So, yeah, if I try to join it, I probably would be, like, banned on site, by the way, if I use my actual name and they know who I am. So there's that. It's just, I don't know, man. If I joined it, I wouldn't be causing a ruckus. I remember when, like, I joined the Black Ops 6 subreddit, immediately I was banned for no reason. I had to appeal it and got unbanned, and I haven't said a word in there pretty much since. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I think things are going to get even crazier over there. Like, they're probably having a bit of a meltdown, honestly. I don't know, man. It's gonna get messy. I think it's gonna get worse before it gets better. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Less conspiracy and more factual, but hopefully you dug it. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Be safe out there. And I'm gonna pull a John McAfee and say, like, I'm alive and well, and if I